today's crochet video is a little different than, I guess, my normal crocheting video because I'm partnering up with Hooks and Needles and I'm going to be crocheting something from their crochet monthly subscription box. I'm a crocheter, so I got their crochet box, but they actually do have knitting boxes. So if you're more into knitting, then you can also get one just for knitting. Let's go and unbox this, and then I'll come back here and we'll talk about what I'm going to be making. Let's open up this box. All right, so first off, there's this book here. Now we'll go over this book once we go over what else is in this box. So far, this is looking pretty cool, okay? I didn't expect to get such cute little things in here. We have this hook here. It is a 5mm crochet hook. Let me just take it out of there. I think this is so cute. I like the thicker handle. It is lightweight. I also like how it's wood. And the hook is a tapered hook. So compared to an inline hook, which has that really sharp edge, this is a tapered hook. And honestly, tapered hooks, favorite type of hook. We got the cute little stork scissors. They are so adorable. I have a pair that's in rose gold, but I always wanted a gold pair. So let's open these up. These are so cute and they are a little bit different than the ones that I have. So that's nice. I always like having different versions of things. Then of course we have some yarn needles. And if you know me and you've watched my videos, how many times have I lost my yarn needles? Especially when I'm using them in bed and I still haven't found a few. But these are the metal yarn needles, and let me tell you, the metal ones are just, they're my favorite, okay? I love the metal ones. The plastic ones are okay, but these ones, they just glide in and out of your project like you're sewing like with an actual needle, and I prefer these. So I'm absolutely in love with the fact that I have 3 more of these that I can add to my collection. And of course, here's the yarn. So it looks like we got 2 of the blue and 1 of this gray. Well, the brand is the Hooks and Needles, but down here it says Woodland Whisper, and they are 95% merino wool and 3% viscose. They're a medium 4-weight yarn, which is a worsted yarn. So let's put those aside. And then we got 1 in gray. And then at the very bottom, I believe, stuffing. I'm not going to open this because I can just see myself opening it and going everywhere. So this is actually stuffing, I guess, for a project. It's just nicely compact in here, which is great. Just going to put everything in here because I don't want to lose anything. All right, so let's go over this book. Introducing this month's yarn. So every month you get a different yarn, a different project. Looks like this book, you can do 1 of 3 patterns, which is so nice. The first pattern is a sailor's knot headband, which is kind of interesting. I've never done a headband, and they actually give you all of the directions. The next one is Rabbit Lovely. So this looks like a little, kind of like a baby blanket with a little, like a little rabbit doll on top, and that's pretty cute too. I'm guessing that this is where the stuffing comes in, so you can use the stuffing for this project. And the last one is a woven storage basket, and looking at all 3 of them, I think this is probably the one that I'm gonna do just because I have more practical use for it at the moment. These are just the instructions on how to make them. I'm also assuming that this is probably the more complex of the patterns, and yet this is the one that I want to do. But it's really great that even though I'm going to be doing this one, if I ever want to go back and do these ones, I still have the patterns for them. Oh, and then look at this. At the very end, they actually have a cinnamon cookie recipe. I love that. It's very fall. I love fall. You know me. Fall. Even at the back, it does have a crochet glossary. That's kind of neat because even nowadays, sometimes I'm like, what is this? What does this mean? That's the book. I really like this. I think it's really neat to be able to have 3 different projects with this yarn, and I'm really excited to start working on this. Okay, so we did the little unboxing. I showed you everything that came in here. I think that this is just so cute and so like nicely curated. I feel like if sometimes maybe you just don't know what you're gonna crochet next, maybe getting one of these little boxes can like give you some inspiration and just pick something that you normally wouldn't do, because as I showed you in the book, I don't think I would have come up with any of these ideas on my own. So it's kind of nice being told what to crochet than like having to think about, okay, what am I gonna do next? Where the book just tells me how to do it. And what I like about a book, they give you step by step. There is a QR code up here, so I'm just gonna scan this and see where this takes me. So if you're on the go and you don't want to bring the paper with you, you can get the digital pattern. That being said, what am I making? I'm gonna be making the woven basket. The headband's really cute, but I'm not really a headband person because I don't like my hair getting squished. And then of course there's this cute little bunny little basket I want to do. And that's another thing that I really like about this is that they don't just give you one pattern to go off of. That's what I thought. I thought it was just like, here's the yarn, here's the one pattern you can do. They give you 3 options. Again, look at how fun this yarn is. It is just so pretty. And like everything in the box is like really nice. And I am just really excited to just work on a small little project and see how things go. So that being said, it's time to start making this cute little crochet bag. Also, if you use my code right here, mic.jasek20, you can get 20% off your first subscription box. Time to start this project. What's funny though is I'm like, okay, time to get all my crochet supplies, time to get like my crochet bag, and it's like, wait a minute, I don't need anything for my crochet bag. Everything I need is in this box. I'm going with, where are you? This one. I'm gonna go with this one. I have no idea how they made this. I have no idea how I'm gonna make this. It looks very confusing, but also it must not be that confusing. I think what's confusing me is like the back loop, like you see all those like how it's woven. That is what's confusing me, and that's kind of the reason why I picked this, because I've never done anything like this and I need to challenge myself. Also realizing that at the very top it has crochet level advanced and it is 4 out of 5 yarn balls. So I don't know if I picked the right one, but we're doing this because I said I'm gonna do it. It looks like I need to make the bottom part first. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna be using everything that they give me in here. So instead of me using my normal crochet hook, I'm gonna use the crochet hook that came with the kit. You know, test it out, see how I like it. You know how I prefer a certain crochet hook and I love the crochet hook, but what's nice is that this part right here is the same type of part of the regular crochet hook that I use. That's fantastic. I'm just used to having a more heavier crochet hook. That's the only difference, is I like a little bit of weight. And this one's very, very light. So if you like a light crochet hook, this is a pretty good one. I don't think I'm gonna need the needles for this one, maybe just to like hide the ends in. So I'll just leave them in the box. I don't want to take anything out of the box until I absolutely have to. And then of course I am gonna need the scissors. Does it say what color this is? Does it say like a color? Not that it matters, but I really do like it when they put a color on here and a dye lot. Not that I need more. They gave me what I need, right? I'm just used to seeing a color or a dye lot or something. This yarn is like so soft and I love the little speckles in here. I think like maybe 7, 8 years ago, I was really into speckled yarn and then I just kind of stopped using it. But now, I don't know, this is actually pretty cute. So let's find the end of it. Okay, probably should have gotten a yarn bowl. I don't know where all my yarn bowls are. I don't know where they are. Going to the pamphlet. Make a magic ring and 6 single crochets into it. Okay, so we're making a magic ring-a-do. The hook is nice. It's so lightweight. I feel like I have no control over it because it's so lightweight. I did have to grab a stitch marker because when I do these circle things, I need to know what I'm doing. Another thing why I like a physical book is that I can take a pen and like check off every single thing I've done, so then that way I know where I am. Whereas when it's a digital pattern, sometimes like it doesn't really work that way. But it is nice that like it's right in front of me, and I do like physical things. Like I like tangible items like a book, so this is really helpful. Finished up the bottom at my crochet club. This is what it looks like. Took a little bit longer than I thought. And then as I was working on the woven basket part, I realized that I did a part twice because you're supposed to alternate it, but I didn't. I had to take that whole thing apart. This is what it's looking like. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I've been using the hook that they provide. I've never used a shape that's been like flat. I've never had a flat crochet hook. I've always had the rounded ones. So it was kind of weird getting used to. You know what? This will probably become my car crochet hook. because I'm not going to bring my good one everywhere, and maybe I won't have yarn on me, but maybe I buy yarn one day. I'm like, hey, I want to crochet in my car. I think this is going to be my new crochet car hook. So this is going to stay in my car when I'm done with this project. This is basically one, I think these are called donuts. I think this is what it's called. I'm pretty sure they're called donuts. This is pretty much one. I think I had to start the second one over here. So I think I've only done one row with the new one. We'll see how far this goes. If it doesn't reach the top, I have the gray one that I can use as well. This stitch is really easy once you get the hang of it, and then it does give you directions here too, so that's always nice. But I've never done anything where I've had to do like front loop and back loop only projects, so this is actually kind of a nice change of pace of doing something different with obviously colors that I would never use either, because you know me, I'm more of an orange, yellow, brown, warm tones, so throwing in a cool tone color, throwing me off a little bit. I really do like this yarn, and I love the speckles because the speckles have the warm tones in it, so you know, the speckles make up for the fact that this is blue.
The next day.
Didn't realize how advanced this is gonna be. It's pretty advanced because it's taken me a lot of time. Also, I figured out that each one of these is only 50 grams and I need 150 grams of yarn to complete this project, because I got like here and I'm like, this ain't gonna be enough to finish it. I was kind of hoping that the yarn that they provided would be enough of one color to make this. It is not. So I am going to have to add this. And part of me kind of wished that maybe I did the middle part in the gray. You know, it's just a fun project. It's nothing like too serious, you know, something different. So I think I'm going to do blue for the bottom part, and then I'm going to use the gray for the top part and the handle. Oh, okay. So it says if you choose project 1 and project 2, which I did not do, you'll have enough yarn. But for project 3, you'll have to use all 3 of them and make a 2-colored woven storage basket. I kind of wish that this was 2-tone, so then that way I could see how that looked, because probably would have put it in the middle. It's fine. I'm not taking it apart. It took me a really long time just to get here. So if this is a project that you're doing, keep that in mind, because I don't read things sometimes. I glance over things and think it'll be fine, but I am liking how it is turning out. It's pretty good. It's like the way, like, because it's like this like basket weaving kind of technique. I really like it. It's really sturdy. Kind of glad that I do get to use this gray for this project, so that's nice. I think that having the 2 rows of bottom, I think the bottom being the 2 blue and then the one on the top being the gray, I think that will look just as fine. I'm moving on. I'm going. Also, the reason why I'm using my crochet hook is because I lost the one that they sent me. Yeah, that's very typical for me to happen to me, is that I lost the one they gave me. I put it down somewhere and I don't know where I put it. You know me. Do you know how many times I've lost yarn needles? So many, and I still haven't found them all. A lot of times I do lose my crochet hooks, and I accidentally lost the one they gave me. I will find it. I will find it because I really do like it. I really want to work on this project, and I'm not gonna just stop just because I don't have the right crochet hook. So I'm just using mine for right now because I don't know where the other one went to. This is basically how much the 2, what are they called? Donuts of yarn get me. I will be using the gray now. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. I think I need 10 in total, so there's a lot more crocheting that I gotta get done. And Totoro is here right on cue. Got her little paws in the basket. Totoro, so cute though. Look how cute you are. You're so cute. Look at her little paws. She knows. I continued working, honestly, the gray, doing the exact same as the blue. Exact same. I did do one of the handles over here, and all I had to do was you just chain a bunch and then you do a bunch of double crochets in it, which is really neat because I never thought to do a handle like that. I don't really crochet a lot of handles. Usually when I do handles, I just do like that, what is that called? Like for a tote bag. What I use for a tote bag, I usually sew it in. But this one wants you to crochet it in. And when I've ever crocheted a handle, it's always been like a bunch of single crochets. So this is kind of interesting. What I had done before is I had went around with like, I think a single crochet or something, did a little chain like that, and then went around again, and now I'm back here. What's neat about it is that you don't do your double crochets in each stitch. You just do it around it, if that makes sense. Kind of something like that. Just need to do a bunch of double crochets. And then I'm just gonna space them out a little bit. Okay, and then I'm just going to continue until I get to this handle, and then I'm gonna tie it off and the bag will be done. Now it is time to hide the little end. So I'm going to be using the needle that they provided. Honestly, like this needle is so nice. I think I might just sew it down so it's not shown. The little bag is all done. This is what it looks like in the end. I think it turned out super cute. And even though I had to use the other color, I thought it was all gonna be one color, I really like it. And I kind of like these little lines. I don't know. It almost looks like there's like a string in there that you could pull it and then like close it up. That's a good idea. Should I have done that? Maybe I will. But look how cute this is. It's so gosh darn cute, and look how there's so much room in it as well. If you are new to my channel and you like me crocheting things, why not hit that subscribe button? It did take me longer than I thought, but I've never done this stitch before, so it was really nice that I could do something different, because normally I always do the same thing. So it's nice to kind of get out of my comfort zone, and especially with something that like they give you the yarn, they give you everything you need to do it, and then they give you the pattern, so it's not me having to like, well, I want to do this stitch and then watch a bunch of videos and it not being what I want, where this, it gave me the instructions. I figured it out eventually. It took me a little bit of time, but I did. And now I have the cute little bag. Now I will say that I think it was supposed to be a little taller. I don't know, because when it gave me the directions, like how tall to make it, I didn't know if like from here up was the dimensions or from the bottom up was the dimensions. So I don't know if I made it the right height or not the right height. But what's good about having a pattern is that it tells you what to do, but if you know how to crochet, you can always like alter it. And I did alter it a little bit at the top just because it told me to do like some single crochets around, and I was running a little bit low on the yarn, only because I think the tension in the pattern was a little tighter than what my tension is, so I ran out of yarn just a little bit sooner. I think that's how it goes. I'm not too sure, but I did run out a little bit of yarn, I think, before the pattern was supposed to be like complete. But I mean, like if you look at it, this looks like the pattern, this looks like the bag it was supposed to be, so like I'm happy with it. I love the little handles. I've never done handles like this before. You do a chain and then you do a bunch of double crochets onto that chain. Overall, I think I give this bag like an 8 out of 10. Probably could have had better tension. Also, I wish I would have read the pattern just a little bit better, because you know me, I just see something and I start doing it without any thought of consequences. But I think what I would have done is I would have done blue, a gray section, and then another blue section. I think that would have been cute. So if you do end up with this box, this is what it could look like if you did it my way, but now you know there's other options. I still have the pattern, so if I decide to make like another bag, I still have the pattern to do it with yarn that I already have, and then I can have multiples of this bag. I think I'm gonna put Totoro's cat toys in it, because she's always losing them and putting them all over the place, and she needs a little basket. Oh, I wish she was a kitten. If she was a kitten, she could fit in this little basket. I've never seen Totoro as a kitten, by the way. She just randomly appeared one day at our house like 6-7 years ago. Oh, she would have been the cutest little kitten. In the end, I think the basket turned out pretty gosh darn cute. Again, if you use my promo code MichelleJasek20, you will get 20% off your first box. There will be a link in the description below if you want to check them out. That will do it for this video, so y'all have a good day now.